Good morning. This is the experiment on diffusion, and you're going to do it in your own dorm room, and you're going to answer questions and upload them to e-learning. What you need is 3 baby carrots, and you can get them at Quick Trip, a little bag. You can get them at almost in the Union. You'll need 3 little carrots and 2 or 3 bags of salt from the Union or wherever you eat. And those are the things that besides you're going to need 3 different cups. Now, what you're going to do with this white paper is that you're going to mark at the top of the carrot and the bottom of the carrot and call that carrot 1. So you're going to set that, you're going to put that in a certain container, carrot 1, because you want to see the length, whether there's any change in length. So you're going to mark those, and that's carrot 2, and this is carrot 3. Okay, so if you don't have the same level of cups, you take the cup that has the smallest amount and you're going to fill it with water. Take your smallest cup and fill it to a certain level. And most of the time, cups have pictures on the side that you can see through. Like this one has this, and you can see through it. So I just put it up to that. So you want to have the same amount of water in each one of the cups. So I'm going to take that water and pour it in this cup. So now I know if I fill up this cup the same amount, it's going to have the same amount of water. So I'm going to do that. Fill this up again to the same level. Pour it in this last cup, and then fill it up one more time. And now I've got 3 cups. And it probably would be good to use a magic marker and put 1, 2, and 3 on those, but I'm not going to. Okay, so then you're going to take a salt packet, and a salt packet has about that much salt in it. All right? And this is going to be plain water, so you can just put the carrot in there. In 1. It's going to be plain water. You just want a little bit of salt. And you'll put it in 2. You can stir it up so it dissolves. And you're going to put carrot 2 in there. See, notice, carrot 2 and carrot 1 are both totally covered with water. That's important. You could use a yogurt cup because most of the carrots are small. And then you're going to put all the rest of the sugar, salt, and if you have a salt packet, it's going to have about that much salt. But remember, we didn't use all the first salt packet, so now we've got about that much salt, and you're going to pour that all in here. Now you're probably going to have to stir it up. I'm going to stir it up with my pencil. It really doesn't matter what you stir it up with. You just want to kind of make sure that there's not a lot of salt left in the bottom. And this has a lot of salt. And we're going to put that in there. Now you just let it sit. You're going to let it sit for at least 3 hours. And then you can come back and measure it. And if you're not back in 3 hours, that's fine. You're just going to set the carrot out here. You're going to measure it again right across from these marks. Okay, carrot 1, carrot 2, carrot 3. You're going to be asked to make some predictions, what you think is going to happen to the carrots. So you're going to see how long or how shorter it is, or whether they've changed at all in each one of these containers. And then you're also going to talk about how they feel. Flexible. Now notice I'm using a pencil. That's because pencils don't bleed when they get water on them. And so it's important that you try to do it in pencil. I'm going to try 3 blueberries. Put around them, and I'm going to drop them in there. 3. All right? And then I'm going to try some, I have craisins, but you could use raisins. 1. Now you don't have to use all these, but you could try some different things to see. But what we're talking about is diffusion. What's going to happen to these? You know, all of these are cells. Carrot cells, craisin cells, blueberry cells. All of them are cells. And we're going to look at what happens to the water in those cells. Do they take in water? Do they give up water? That's what we're trying to look at. So now that you've got this all started and you're waiting for your 3 hours, you need to predict what do you think is going to happen to each one of those. The one in water. So is there more water in those carrot cells than is in the water outside? In the one that has a little bit of salt in it, is there still more water on the inside than there is on the outside? Because you've got salt in that outside water that's taking up space. And then in the last one, you have a lot of salt taking up a lot of space in that water. So there's not as much water, perhaps, on the outside as there is on the inside of the cell. So the question is, what happens? What's going to happen? You need to make those predictions, and we'll talk about it later.